excited about a stroller.
Cinnamon latte in honor of fall quickly approaching. And then we're going to pull 2 shots on top of that. So today's actually September 8th. I'm trying to start getting my vlogs a little bit closer to real time. By the time this one goes up, it's probably still going to be about 2 weeks behind, but I feel like that's kind of close enough. It's just when school starts back and life starts to kind of pick up, it's just so hard for me to get them super close to real time with still getting a vlog up. So I'm actually currently editing one, which is going to be like a Sunday vlog, I believe, getting the nursery kind of set up, semi set up, and that would have been last week's vlog. And then for the vlog that you're seeing today, fingers crossed, it's going to go up September 22nd, which my planner has told me is the first official day of fall. But I thought it would be fun to kind of make the ultimate cozy autumnal vlog is kind of the name that I'm thinking, but I want to start today and take you guys along just like bits and pieces of the week maybe, and just do all of the cozy things. So I was actually making a list a few minutes ago of some of the things that I wanted to do inside of this vlog, but I thought it would just be fun to have a whole video just for the start of fall and doing all of the cozy things together. I've recently had some of the sweetest comments on some of my vlogs that has brought me to actual tears from just some of the sweetest people. Just, I love how we can relate to each other and go through similar circumstances and kind of like just know that we're not alone in certain situations. Matt and I went to church this morning and it was so good, and it was kind of a continuation of a lot of the things that I've been talking about in past vlogs, but just like counting it all joy and just allowing God to use us even in hard situations. That's just been very reassuring here lately. I forgot that we had this pumpkin garland. It's been in a box for a while, and I thought since I don't really have a great place to hang it here at the house, I might take it to school because I think I know where I can put this. I thought it would add such a cozy little element to the classroom. I also feel like we need to do a little baby update. I'm not gonna share these too closely because it does have my doctor on there. I'll show you like one little picture. He's so sweet. It's a baby. Okay, so as I'm filming this, I am about to be 22 weeks. So by the time the video goes up, I'll be, what did I say? I think it's gonna be 2 weeks out. I think it was about 2 weeks out, so I'll be about 24 weeks, which is so insane to think about. But I thought you would do a proper little update on everything. Yeah, so this past week we had it was technically our 20-week appointment, but I was already, the day that we went was when I was 21 weeks. But we learned so much more information about the baby. We got to see him, confirmed it was a boy. We were not part of the 0.6% where the genetic testing is wrong, so it is a boy. He's doing fabulous, which we are so incredibly thankful for. So incredibly thankful. I was kind of worried about that one because that's the one where they do a lot of the measurements and make sure that they're, you know, kind of looking like they're on track. And so some things that we learned were he is looking great. She said he's actually measuring, I think it was about 5 days ahead of schedule. He's very long, which we kind of thought he might be because Matt's really tall and he was also a pretty long baby. She also told us that he had some of the longest toes that she had ever seen. So we love that. but he was doing really well. We found out that I also have an anterior placenta, which simply means it's harder for me to feel him move. So she said in about a month I'll probably feel him even more, which I can feel him a little bit. It feels kind of like butterflies are in your tummy, where it's just like little flutters. Some people have told me that it feels like gas, but truly I think my mom and I were talking about this, and she said that it kind of felt like there was a butterfly in your stomach, and I agree. It just feels kind of like a little flutter. But last night I was laying in bed and I could like put my stomach, I could put my hand like on my stomach, and I kind of felt him move a little bit, which is so crazy. So I know Matt's really excited about that because he wants to be able to feel and move too. But she said in about a month I'll probably be able to feel him move even more. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But I thought you guys would do a proper little update since all of my vlogs have been kind of like behind real time, and so we haven't really gotten to have a catch up about that. Alright, I'm changed into some more comfy clothing, and since today is Sunday, I'm just going to try and rest. We did most of our cleaning yesterday. I don't have anything to do for school other than if I decide to look for something, autumnal for the kids to do for the hallway, I might do that. I don't know, we'll just have to see. But I figured it would be the perfect time to break out my coloring book because I'm starting to get a little bit anxious about going back to work tomorrow, and I have some vlogs to catch up on YouTube, and I'm just going to try and allow myself to rest. We've talked about before, sometimes I'm not the best at that. I feel like I have to be doing something 24/7 in order to be productive, and that's just not necessary, and honestly my body just needs rest. So coloring book it is. So I'll link these down below because I love these. I think they're so sweet, and on the back it has some examples of the coloring done, and I like that because sometimes I don't really want to think about the colors that I want to use. I just want to see what somebody else has done. I did this one. I'm currently working on the coffee one, which is just cute, but it has like a few different ones inside of it, and I like this one because it's Hygge, time to Hygge, and it says a joy and happiness coloring book. However, I found some more that I'll pop up on the screen like right here that I've already added to my Amazon cart. I don't know if I'll buy all of them, but I at least want to get one specifically for autumn. So I found this one, which is Autumn Charm, cute and easy coloring book. It has just some super simple drawings in it. I feel like it would just be really quick and easy. And then I found another one called Autumn Harvest. And I feel like I've seen someone that I watch on YouTube. I feel like I've seen someone use this one before. It's a little bit more farmhousey, I guess you would say. And then I also saw this one, the Cozy Autumn, which, come on, like the name itself is perfect. But again, just really simplistic drawings, and you don't really have to think a whole lot about what you're doing, which I appreciate. So I'm going to pop on a vlog. I've got some people that I want to catch up with, and I'm just gonna color, turn my brain off, and relax, and also chug my water because I have not been good about that. You guys know I like the element pouches. I found some new electrolyte mixes to try, so more to come on that way later. But we went to my parents' house for Labor Day weekend, and my dad had gotten some element pouches because I had told him that I liked them so much, and he said he couldn't tell like a giant difference with his hydration. And I'm like, well, if you're not gonna drink them, I would take them. And so he was like, oh yeah, go for it. So I took his element pouches, and now I have some element again. We haven't repurchased it in a while, so I'm gonna sit here and chug my citrus salt. That's my favorite one. If you ever decide to try element, citrus salt to me is the best one out of all of them. we're gonna make our fall bucket list. I'm going to write like fall bucket list or maybe even do autumn bucket list. I haven't decided. All right, Matt and I just sat down and made our fall bucket list, or we started it, but we decided we put 10 things on there, and then if we want to go back and add more, we can. I'm losing all of my good light. The sun is setting at 7:44, so we're about to lose all light. I'm gonna very quickly write out these 10 things and then maybe leave some space at the bottom. It's definitely not perfect. My lettering is not wonderful, but that's okay. It's still kind of cute. But I kind of like how it looks just hanging up in the living room. But here's what we have so far. We want to make a dried orange garland. I've actually never done that before. My mom did it. I think she did it for Christmas last year and it was so cute. We want to have a fall coffee date, which we're actually thinking about doing tomorrow, right? Where we go to a local coffee shop and get like autumnal themed coffee, because there are a few places around us that have like some different drinks specifically for fall. We want to visit a pumpkin patch, bake pumpkin bread, go on a nature walk, make a simmer pot, diffuse fall oils, eat dinner on the balcony, have a Harry Potter movie night, and carve pumpkins. Super simple. And like I said, I'm gonna leave space at the bottom in case we want to add anything else. But I think it looks so sweet. Just hanging up in the living room. Freddie's chewing on his new bone, and that was the tripod that I was using earlier. But I'm gonna write those few things down really quick. All right, there's definitely plenty of space left because I wrote kind of small, but I guess that just means we can add extra things if we want to. Okay, the lighting is super funky. It's the next day, it's Monday. I just got back from work not too long ago, and Matt and I are at a coffee shop that's near us. And so he's gone in to get us like a fall themed drink. He just sent me the menu, cozy coffee menu. We love the name. Okay, they have a butterbeer, cream cold brew, apple spiced donut latte, carrot cake, chai, toasted cinnamon mocha. Ooh, a cranberry apple lotus refresher. Brown butter brulee latte. Ooh, that one sounds good. Or a hot apple pie latte. I think I'm gonna go brown butter brulee latte. This is definitely a treat. And he and I have both earned this treat today on this terrible Monday. And then we also have Freddie in the back. Is Daddy gonna get you a pup cup or something? Let me tell him. Freddie got a little pup cup. So sweet. All right, Matt got us a fall cookie that has like cream or something on the inside. I got like a yo-yo cookie, like Publix has, which are so good by the way. And then I got the brown butter brulee, like I told you guys. And then what did you end up getting?
The butter beer cream cold brew.
Top of his looks so good. It's got caramel and it looks like peanuts or something. That's pretty good. It's really sweet, but I can definitely drink it. I probably won't drink all of it.
But you're not a big fan of butterbeer anyway.
Oh yeah, I don't like that. So. I do not like that at all. But I'm glad you like it. All right, we checked something else off of our list. Well, that was fun. A little Monday treat. So Matt and I just finalized our fall movies list. I think we definitely could go back and add some more. We'll see kind of like what all gets done. But so far You've Got Mail, and I kind of put out beside who it was from. Scooby-Doo, The Goonies, Middle Earth. And when I say that, we just mean like all of them. Like we love Lord of the Rings over here. Halloween Town, Harry Potter, and that was again just kind of like all of them. St. Elmo's Fire was one that Matt put on there. We've never seen it, but it kind of gives off fall vibes. Knives Out was for Matt. I've never seen that one, but he has. Little Women, Casper, Remember the Titans, Hocus Pocus, James and the Giant Peach, Tolkien, Stuart Little. And I put Stuart Little and the Rescuers on there because to me they just give fall vibes. They're not necessarily fall movies, but some of the ones I chose were just because they give off fall vibes to me. The Odd Life of Timothy Green, love that one. Anne of Green Gables, I'm not really sure if I mean the TV show or I think there's a movie too. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And then we watched Sleepless in Seattle this past weekend. And last night we watched Fantastic Mr. Fox. So this is our fall list. You'll have to let me know down below if there's anything else you would add. All right, it's been a long day. I'm ready to go and veg out on the couch, but we're going to make a turkey chili cozy meal. The weather has been absolutely fabulous today, and I think it's actually supposed to be a little bit rainy the next few days. So turkey chili. I'll have this link down below. I just found it on Pinterest. I think I'm gonna get this simmering away and then go and get a shower. That sounds fabulous. Good morning, it's Saturday. We're going to make all of our morning beverages / breakfast. For our drink lineup, we have coffee. We're trying out some new electrolytes, so I'll do that along with just some plain water too. And for breakfast, I'm gonna make a cheese and egg bagel. I accidentally put a little too much maple syrup than I normally do, but that's okay. That is how your stainless steel should look after you cook eggs. If you use it right, it does not stick much. This is just my ideal Saturday morning breakfast lineup. A bagel, coffee, electrolytes, and water. And then I'll probably have like some fruit with this too. I have just been having the coziest morning ever. I've been loving it. It's actually 2:05 now. I just got myself semi put together. I did my slicked back bun that I like to do on dirty hair days. Did a little bit of CC cream and concealer, a little bit cream blush, and called it a day. But Freddie and I are about to go outside very soon. I'm gonna go and put some different clothes on, and I feel like this is all you've seen me in the vlog, which most of it's been just me sharing clips of things, but I know when I made turkey chili the other day, you saw me in the sweatshirt. I swear to you, it has been cleaned. Matt did laundry the other day, and so it's clean, I promise. We just had some Amazon packages. It's not anything too crazy. I think it's lotion. I don't even remember what else. This is the kind that I use. It's just the Honest brand. I've never used this particular one though, the sweet orange vanilla. Normally I get it from Target and they have the lavender one. So that's normally the one that I use. And then my Mary Ruth's prenatal vitamins. So again, nothing too crazy exciting there. But I've just been editing a vlog to go up tomorrow, which has been really fun. I'm watching the Bama game right now, which, who is she? Like, I'm not really a football person. Basketball is my favorite sport. Like, I watched more basketball than Matt did last year, and I'm trying to get into football this year. So I am by myself, might I add, watching the Bama game. Currently the score is 28-3 Bama. So we're crossing our fingers that it stays like that. But anyway, I thought I would catch you guys up on what I'm doing. I have a few more things that I want to share for this cozy autumn vlog. I'm gonna do some baking. I'm very excited. I think we're going to do pumpkin cookies. I asked Matt before he left for work today if he would prefer pumpkin bread or pumpkin cookies, and he said cookies. And don't worry, there will still be plenty of autumnal baking to come, but I think the first one is going to be the cookies, and I'm gonna put them in the freezer so that way we can get one when we want one instead of just, you know, chowing down on the whole plate of cookies, because that's what will happen. Before Freddie and I go on a walk, I thought I would share with you my absolute favorite fall playlist on Spotify. So when you go to Spotify, every time I search it, like I have to do it on my phone. I tried to do it on the TV the other day and it wouldn't let me do it because it was Matt's account. But you've probably seen Desi Moore on YouTube, or if you haven't, like she's kind of like a cozy vlogger. She does a lot of holiday content. Anyway, she has a playlist and I don't even know what it's called because on my phone it doesn't actually show it anymore. I downloaded this like 2 years ago, and so it's just saved to my Spotify account, thankfully. But this is what it looks like, and to me it is just like the epitome of fall. Now granted, I don't love every song that's on here, so I've gone through and kind of like deleted a few that I just don't care for. It's just so good, and my mom and I talk about it year after year because it gives off just the best fall vibes. So her name is Desi Moore 14 on Spotify if you want to go and try and find it. She's got lots and lots of other playlists as well, like some for Halloween, some for Christmas. So we're gonna go do our walk, come back in and do some fall baking. All right, we're going to make our cookies. I was going to do a recipe that I have pinned on Pinterest, but I changed my mind completely at the last minute, and I'm going to just simply use my favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe. I feel like they're the absolute best. And then I'm just going to add in the pumpkin. I think that that will still taste amazing. So we'll see, fingers crossed that it works. All right, the first batch of cookies, they're in the oven. I'm so excited to taste them. Let me pause my lovely coffee shop fall ambiance video because we're gonna take a few minutes and do kind of like a fall book reads recommendation list. If this is not your vibe, here is where you can skip to. I don't actually typically watch a lot of these videos. Someone had commented asking for some ideas, and I thought it would be so fun to share because I do like to read. I wouldn't say I'm an avid reader just simply because I don't have the time, especially when school starts back. I feel like I read more in the summer, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So these are books that give me major fall vibes. My number one book that I would recommend to you, so like out of all the books that I'm going to share with you, I think this one would be the number one book, and that is The Lost Apothecary. I still have my copy. I thought about rereading it for fall because I loved it so much, but this book is so good. I can only speak to the first book. The second one seemed a little out there for me, but this one I loved. It's by Sarah Penner. I believe this was her first novel. It is so good. It basically goes back and forth between two stories. So here is kind of just a very short snippet. So it's talking about the 18th century in London, and there's a secret apothecary shop who caters to an unusual kind of clientele. And so it's women. Women across the city whisper of a mysterious figure named Nella who sells well-disguised poisons to use against the oppressive men in their lives. And I won't read it all, but basically it goes back and forth between like a current time period where a woman is traveling to London, she finds something that's linked to the 18th century, and I was infatuated with this book. I thought it was so good, very well written. My mom liked it too. So if I can recommend any book to you, it's very mysterious. I think it would be a perfect fall read. So if you read anything, I would recommend this one right here. The next books are young adult. I'm pretty sure I've talked about these before, but they are the Enola Holmes books. I love them. I love them so much. Like I've been collecting them because I want to keep them. They are young adult, but very mysterious vibes. I mean, obviously she is Sherlock Holmes' younger sister. There are movies on Netflix too that are really good, but I love the Enola Holmes series. So it's just her life and how she goes around helping to solve cases. And so again, just very fall vibes. I liked all of the Hunger Games books, but this one is one of the newer ones. It's The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I think, again, just another kind of good fall read, Halloween-y, if you will. This one did have some kind of like dark things in it, but it was one that I couldn't put down. Really, the Enola books too, like The Lost Apothecary, the Enola books, this one I read very quickly. Like it didn't take me a long time to get into them at all. Another one for fall that I have here, but I haven't finished it, so I can't really speak to it exactly, but the book Christie, I feel like my mom or my grandmother gave me this actually a while ago and I never finished it, but not because I didn't like it. It's actually a pretty daunting book because it's like, I just feel like it's really thick, lots of pages. I think it's based on a true story too. But it's about a woman named Christy who leaves her home in North Carolina and she goes to the Smoky Mountains to teach. And I think it's based on a true story. And there was a television series too. But I actually, when I saw it on my bookshelf, I was like, it really does. Oh, the cookies are ready, or I'm gonna go check on them really quick. Stop the timer. Okay, really quick, let me finish this and then I'm gonna go check on them. I saw it on my bookshelf and I'm like, it really gives off the perfect fall vibes because of like the time period and just like when she's traveling. So I don't know, if I'm feeling adventurous, I might pick this one back up. She is 19, she leaves her home, she goes to poverty-stricken Smoky Mountains in Cutter Gap, Tennessee, and she helps the people. And it's also talking about her faith and God. Another one is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This one, again, is a mystery, and I feel like it would be a really good October read, like closer to Halloween. I mean, granted, I read it in the summertime, but if I could go back and do it again, it would be a really good one for October. But it's about a girl who's in high school and she takes on this project where she's trying to prove this guy is innocent in the killing of his girlfriend. And so she's going back and she's interviewing people and he's dead because he committed suicide apparently. So look it up before you read it. I mean, really, I would recommend doing that with any book just because some things trigger other people. And so for example, like if you don't want to hear any spoilers about this one, then just like don't listen. But the dog ends up dying. And I know that sounds so silly to some people, but it tore me to pieces. I was going around the house bawling my eyeballs out. So anyway, it was really good though, and it had a really, really good ending. This one is a series. I think they even made a TV show, like maybe BBC. But I'm not going to watch it. I don't care anything about watching it, to be honest. And I heard it wasn't fabulous. So there's another one that I will not be reading. My sister started the second one. I don't know that she finished it, but it was more like serial killer vibes, and I don't do that. So the first one was good though. All right, another one is Holy Huga. And I wouldn't say, I mean, really, this is one that you could read at any time. And I've even talked about this one before on my channel, but I loved it so much. But I wanted to share it for fall because in the book, it talks about just very practical advice for living a slow and cozy life. Now, this one is biblically centered, so which I personally loved about that one, but that one's really good one too. All right, A Botanist's Guide to Parties and Poisons. I read this one. I didn't think it was as good as Lost Apothecary, but it gave me similar vibes which was why I read it in the first place. I read it very quickly. It didn't take me long at all, but again, it was a mystery. All right, The Woman in the Library. This one would be really good for Halloween because it's a mystery. A lot of these that I'm sharing are mysteries. It is a little scary. I'm actually surprised that I read this one. I don't do scary things. Spoilers if you don't want to hear this, but I think it ended up having a serial killer at the end, which is not my vibe at all. But it really hooked me from the get-go. Like, I read this one, it was a beach read for me, and I did not put it down. I read the whole entire thing very quickly. All right, The Inheritance Games are a series. I love these. They're, again, mystery, so it just gives me fall vibes. And I think I haven't read all of them. I'm not caught up on the newest one, I believe, because I didn't even know they were going to make a new one. I thought they wrapped everything up nicely, and then another one came out, and I was like, why are we doing another one? It's about a girl who finds out she's inherited all of this money, and not just money, but like just so much, and they have no idea why this man has picked her to inherit all of his things. It's about the grandsons and her kind of working together to solve some puzzles, and it's really good. And also, I'm not a book reviewer. Like, this is not my cup of tea, so I'm probably not doing these books justice. Again, they're just recommendations for me. These next two books are World War II, which to me, this time of year just makes me want to read books like that. And also historical fiction is one of my favorite genres. So The Alice Network by Kate Quinn and then The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. So those are both historical fiction. Hi, are you feeling needy? Oh, yeah, you feeling needy. He just plopped himself right down on my lap. Hey. All right, and then my last recommendation for you, again, is a series, The Blackthorn Key. It has been quite a while since I've read these, but apparently I like books about apothecaries, because I believe in these books, I think he owned an apothecary. It's about mystery and murder and puzzles. I think it is kind of like where he was an apothecary's assistant. Anyway, again, another mystery. I like a good series too, so I like hearing people's recommendations on series because I like when I can just finish a book and then automatically go to the next one. That's kind of my book vibe. All right, finished product. So we're going to taste test this. That's pretty good. I love how it's not too sweet. I don't like it when cookies are too sweet.